time is approximately 12 midnight Eastern Standard Time. It's our pleasure to welcome you aboard Flight 13 from a service from where you're currently at to destination of unknown origin. We suggest any carry-on items don't need to be placed or stowed prior to closing the aircraft. Your items of choice should be placed directly in front of you for easy ease of access. Food, drinks, and snacks of your choice are highly recommended for your comfort. Seatbelts are not required, but as a warning, we may experience some turbulence along the way. Be warned. On behalf of the captain and your entire crew, it's our pleasure to have you aboard with us this evening. The seatbelt sign has now been turned off, so it's time to sit back and enjoy the ride.
Well, hello. How's it going?
Hey, what would Wednesday be without a little technical problems?
Exactly.
This time we really can blame it on Mercury though, because that's today or yesterday. Today,
Okay, now how do I get rid of it?
did you still hear the echo?
No, it sounds great. There we go. How's it going?
Hey Heather, oh you're early. Did you work tonight? How are you doing?
Me?
How you
You
doing?
doing? I'm doing
How
fantastic.
you doing?
I discovered this new flavor of LaCroix waters. It's called Sunshine.
Do you know what new one I really like? And it's because you buy three get three free a lot now. And again they're like 6.99, a pack. Polar.
Oh, yeah.
See, because those have a light carbonation. Love it.
Yep.
Polar has it's a seltzer, so it's more of
Yep.
like every flavor. And so I looked up what the essence is. Actually, my mom did because we're like talking about the prices. Like, why are eight waters cheaper than like a bunch of soda? Like, you think all the sugar and all that costs more to put
Yeah.
in, than sparkling water and slight essence. Well, they actually use the rinds and the parts of fruit and go through like the process to extract the oils, like the flavors out of the fruits and stuff. So it's like real flavorings. Kind of makes sense why it costs what it costs. It like gave it a little more justification to
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Yeah, but I just got like a toasted coconut one because they again had the buy three get three free, and I just stock up on like every flavor. There's like tons of flavors of water.
Yeah, I got these yesterday on 12 packs. Buy one, get one free. They were like
12.
yeah, six something a 12 pack.
What? Ours are like around six something for 8 pack, but they go on sale for 3.99 Lacroix, and sometimes they'll have buy two Lacroix get one free,
Yeah.
and then the other one is the bubbly
Yep.
that I like when they have like sales on that. The one I was not impressed with, I don't know, it was like Waterloo or something.
Yep.
They had like this mint watermelon. It tasted like watermelon ass.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Yeah, I don't like that one. And I usually like the watermelon ones, but yeah, that
Yeah.
tastes like watermelon and dirt.
Yeah, like an actual rotted watermelon and like rotted mint sitting in it.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't my favorite.
And that's like the a level up from Polar.
Yeah. Until you go to Perrier, which is like top dollar.
Perrier. I don't buy Perrier.
The ones I really like are Ritz. Do you have Ritz out there?
No, I don't think so.
It's like it's like the bargain soda, but it's like Ritz soda water. I don't. It doesn't taste like regular soda water. It's something different. It's not really flavored, but
Is it one of the grocery store ones, like how Safeway has those Safeway? Do you have Safeway out there?
I don't. I don't know.
Like Safeway Select sparkling waters and like a jug, and they're like the old school ones where they kind of have that weird flavor to it,
Yeah.
the artificial taste. You don't have Safeway. You have Publix
Yeah.
and
We got
stuff.
Publix.
We don't have Publix.
Yeah, I got
Wh-
the last one
Where do you get the 12 waters though?
at
Seriously.
Publix.
Damn, I didn't even know they made. I'm like 8. Like that blows.
Yeah. See, I went there to get Ritz seltzer, and they didn't have it. Yeah, here it is, right here.
Just plain seltzer water.
Yeah, it just says Ritz seltzer.
Unflavored.
Free, sodium free. Yeah, it's just unflavored.
You just drink seltzer water?
Yeah.
I'm not keen on that
This
though.
one's good. I mean, you can put whatever in it. You can put mint or strawberry or whatever you want in it.
The ones I've had have always like had like a weird bitter kind of a
See,
taste
that's
to it.
this
That's why
one.
I'm surprised I like these ones I
Yeah,
like.
this one doesn't have that weird bitter taste to it. It's actually pretty good.
So what flavors makes up the
I have
sunshine?
no idea. It doesn't say. It just says naturally essenced. And then it
Mm-hmm.
says sparkling water, sunshine, naturally essenced. Let's see if it says anything.
It's like what?
Nothing. Skunk urine and
They shine the sunshine up
yep.
the pineapple's ass.
Yeah, it's hard. I don't know. It's got sunflowers on the front of it, and it kind of
That's what I was wondering. Like, what's on the box? What's it taste like? Sunshine?
sunshine on my
Oh,
shoulders.
my
I don't know.
shoulders
It's
makes
weird.
me happy.
Something in it reminds me of like hibiscus and like a hint of coconut or something. I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird flavor.
Ooh, maybe it's like a tropical kind of vibe. Yeah, like drinking in the sunshine. What does the sunshine taste like and smell like? You smell the flowers, you smell I don't know. If it's good, right on.
Yeah, it's my new favorite for some reason. Let's see if it says anything about
We haven't got those yet.
it says taste of wonder. Okay.
Jesus, that makes me
It's
wonder.
showing lemons. Needs to go up. Darcy says she can't hear me on the TV. You guys hear me okay?
On Facebook or YouTube?
I don't know.
Is Facebook on? Your Facebook's on. Oh, I forgot to put out links.
Check 1, 2. I don't know why it's not working. I don't know why people can't hear me.
On which one?
It smells like cigarettes and shame. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's got let's see.
Cucumber's
What it says.
good.
LaCroix Sunshine is bright and sparkling blend of citrus and tropical zest, capturing the refreshing essence of a sun-kissed day in every sip. Man, somebody was.
They say you're lower volume than me on YouTube. Thank you guys.
How about now? That's like wait.
Oh, Nate says loud and clear on YouTube. I hear you good. Heather says you sounds a little low, but she can hear you on Facebook.
My volume's turned up so
Yeet.
loud it wants to feed back. So I don't know what.
I heard the
Yeah.
feedback. What were they smoking?
Yeah, somebody was definitely coming up with some.
Like spitballing that one around the table.
Yeah. No, I think it tastes more like citrus and tropical zest. What is tropical zest? You know, it's
Walking
the
on
when you
sun.
get sunburned and you have sand stuck on you and you go to brush it off and it hurts.
Like trying to dig sand out of the folds of your ass. The only LaCroix I've never tried is the plain grapefruit. I think that's the only one I haven't tried.
I've tried that one. It's not terrible.
Yeah, but does it? If it's not like actual grapefruit juice you're drinking, like, do you really? Is it like a good grapefruit taste? Is it refreshing, or is it like bitter and ugh?
No, it's actually the ones I've had. I think it was just straight grapefruit. It was pretty good.
Oh, citrus and palm.
I had the mojito, which
I had the mojito was so good.
yeah, I had mojito, and
I forgot about that
I
one.
tried another mojito from somebody else. I can't remember who it was, and I didn't like it at all. And when I used to drink, mojitos were like my favorite. But
Because it's like the best of like what you know. Polar has a strawberry watermelon that's pretty good. They also have like an apple lemon, and I wondered if like the lemon it tastes like apple, almost like sparkling apple juice. Um and I wonder if like the lemon helps keep like the apple, fresh. Can you not, love, please?
she's like, yeah, I can, and I will.
Yeah, he's like, I could stop, but I'd
But I
rather
won't.
just keep doing this so you pick me up and put me on the floor for me. Okay, baby.
Maybe I'll take some of the low out of my voice. Does that make it any better? What is it that's seen?
Take the low out of your voice.
I don't have that low bassy volume.
Because you've got friends in low place. Hey, weirdo. Drinking coffee and water.
Citrus bong water. Yep.
What is in grapefruit flavor? Is that Mexican drink? No, that starts with an H, huh? What's it? Like that? Those drinks, the colored drinks in the Mexican restaurants.
Oh,
That's not what Linda's saying, right? With the grapefruit
I don't think
flavor.
so.
What's a Harita?
I know what you're talking about. Horchata.
Yeah, horchata. I never really cared for that.
Yeah, when I used to vape, I used to make a horchata flavor. That was
Really?
kind of okay. I used to vape a lot of like
It just hasn't been cold, and like when I've had it, it just was like weird.
custard. Used to vape a lot of custard flavors. Mix custard,
This way.
cake batter, and buttercream. And, Mike's quite a tasty vape. What exactly is Florida water? Well, they sell two different kinds.
Oh,
here.
yeah.
The Florida water that they have.
Like witchcraft.
Well, they have one that's labeled Florida water that is like a perfume. You don't want to drink that.
Yeah, the Florida water.
And then there's another one. I don't know. I think it's just spring water.
Yeah, because then like a lot of witches make Florida water. Which I'm trying to see what the association to that is again. Florida water is a staple in witchcraft and spiritual practices, particularly Hoodoo, Santeria, and Wicca, used primarily for energy cleansing, protection, and blessings. A blend of citrus, lavender, and spices acts like a spiritual tool to remove negative energy, purify spaces, enhance intuition, and appease spirits. And common uses in witchcraft is cleansing and purification, protection, offering and ritual, spell work, alternatives to smudging. And you can use it in your floor wash, use it to wipe things down, just to cleanse with.
Yeah, we have the Fountain of Youth here, so of course they sell Florida water. And like I say, one of them is a cologne, and the other one that they have is just artesian well water. I think I don't know.
The real ones were super expensive, aren't they?
The regular waters.
Like the cologne, like the ones that are like perfume or something that I don't know. Because when I was looking into it like a while back, they were having recipes for like how to make it, and like some of them to buy were like super expensive. I don't remember why.
Yeah, who knows? The ones I'm looking at, they sell it at Walmart. A 3-pack of 7.5-ounce bottles is $15.81.
Because I think it depends like how it's made or like what it's made or
Murray
like who.
and Landman Florida water, Cologne, New York.
What's the best Florida water?
It says New York on it. Get a rope.
Yeah. Peruvian Florida
New
water.
York City. Get a rope.
Peruvian
Yeah.
flute band. What was that on South Park? I can't say the word now.
What was it?
See, this one's like $54
Damn.
for 270 MI from Peru.
It's a Florida straight up tourist.
Yeah, Peru. I can't say the word right now.
Peruvian.
Yes.
Yeah, strawberry custard was another one of my favorite ones. My all-time favorite vape was oh man, Crankenberry from Fusion Vape. It's the goat of vape juice.
The best bang for the buck is Amazon. Like number 2 and best. I don't even remember my favorite vape anymore. But I did like the custard ones. Eau de toilette. I still haven't put the links in there.
Still got my vape right here.
I still have
Yeah.
pieces of it in the closet.
It stares at me from time to time, and it's like, "Come back to me."
I have these broken ones where I broke the tops off on purpose. Just so like, even if I reconnected stuff,
Yeah,
it wouldn't work.
I got a brand new tank sitting there for this one, and battery charger over there and back. Man,
Brand new bicycle.
keep saying no. It keeps calling me.
Do you ever have dreams that you're like vaping?
No, but I still have the urge to vape, especially when I get stressed out. I'm like, man.
Like to go, like to reach for like the spot where it used to be, huh?
Well, it's just sitting right there, but so far I just haven't done it.
Because I bought those ones because they had the CBD THC in them.
Well, I still do that.
And so,
This.
yeah, well, this was oil. So it's like the
Yeah.
first time I've like vaped since 2021 when I finally like kicked all that stuff. It is tough. Is it nicotine, Nate?
What's that?
Nate says they still
Oh
vape.
yeah.
Needs to quit, but it's tough.
Yeah, it is.
What
I
I
miss it. I haven't.
personally,
Like, when did I forget when I quit? You quit shortly after I did, though, right?
yeah, you quit first, and I'm like, if Rob can do it, I can do it. Damn it.
Yeah, I'd vape for I don't know how many years, and I
You were going to
still,
give me all your stuff,
yeah,
or a lot of it.
I still have the urge to do it. It's weird, the craving. I don't know, whatever you call it. Not all the time, but man, every once in a while. Like, I used to really enjoy vaping. Like, if I'm playing music, like I'd take a break, you know, and I'd go out back of the stage or whatever, and hide out and have a vape, or the drive home.
Hmm.
Like, if I'm driving home from a show or something, I was like, yeah,
And
like,
again, it's like breath work, like we're talking about,
yeah,
because you're like calm, you're just kind of chill, and you're just like, oh,
yeah. Yeah, it's funny. A lot of, talk to some people now, and it's like, oh, vaping's way worse than cigarettes. I'm like, no,
that's what I
absolutely not.
used to think a long time when they started pushing that on, and the propylene glycol and all this stuff. I mean, none of it's good for you.
Yeah, I mean, what propylene glycol though is a carrier in inhalers.
Uh
You know,
huh.
it's got it's got
But
propylene glycol in it.
they have ones that don't pass regulation that are like bad brands of it going through that are like causing lung
Yeah,
infections and stuff.
yeah. Some people were putting like vitamin E oil in it or something, and yeah, that's causing all kinds of problems. You get that shit that comes from China that you buy in the gas stations, and it's yeah that who this shit's made in like a fucking old dirty tub somewhere. You
That's
got
why I
no
was
idea what's in
worried when you were taking the replacement oxygen when your levels were so low and there was propylene glycol was like the carrier in it. I'm like, oh my gosh, because that can also, if it's like whatever, help shut down your lungs.
it.
But that seemed to help you.
Yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
mean, I've vaped for I don't know 16 years, and went and had a lung X-ray, and my lungs were fine. You know, oh no, they're gonna be all gummed up. They're gonna be this. No, they weren't. I smoked cigarettes the whole time. Probably so. What
my
is going
vaping
on?
started with the volcano when you would like vape like that big old
Yeah,
rotisserie bag that
yeah,
you put on until it smelled like burnt popcorn.
yeah,
And then they had the little vapes, and it's like, oh, I can smoke this. I would walk through Walmart and smoke it at the beginning, because they're like, oh, you're gonna do this anywhere, blah blah blah. And I did
yeah.
until like I started realizing like this is kind of messed up, and I realized because of the projector. Hey,
Hey, hey, hey.
um, I would blow it out, and you'd see the rays and how long it took to actually dissipate. I'm like, it's been 25 minutes and it's still like hanging in the air. Like, this
Yeah,
doesn't dissipate as quick as they try to make it, you know.
yeah. The new ads for anti-vaping are they crack me up. My my kid started vaping. He only tried it one time and he was addicted. And now he has lung cancer. I'm like, y'all are full of shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, is it good for you? No, no. Inhaling anything's not good for you. I was
No, I
gonna
mean,
buy one of those.
will you stop chewing my shit?
I was gonna buy one of those things. They're called fumes. They're just a stick that you inhale. You suck on it, and they're flavored. They don't have any nicotine or anything. This damn things are expensive.
How much?
They're like $60 for one.
These are like 35. Well, like 35, and I can't remember how many puffs you get out of it, but it's through delivery. So the other charges, I'm gonna have to put him out. He's eating every cord he can find. He's chewing everything right now.
Being a bad kitty.
He's being a bad little boy. Stop it. Look at this little bad boy. Show your face, Day Day. Oh, it's gonna walk around the back and try to gnaw on a cord. Squirt, squirt. Squirt, squirt, Day. Squirt, squirt. Yes, squirt, squirt. Uh-huh.
I don't do that, do you, Mom?
Squirt, squirt. He knows what that is, Crocky. I'll get Crocky. It's an intimidating little squirt gun that looks like a crocodile. In the mouth goes ram, ram. As the water comes out, he sees that thing and he's like, oh shit. Yeah, the formaldehyde.
Yeah, the fumes have come down a little bit. It looks like you can get one for $24.99 now. Off of Amazon. It's funny they don't sell vape stuff on Amazon, but they sell these. But yeah, Nate, it's in the habit of inhaling something is definitely addictive.
In the hand and mouth, that's when I counted the nicotine down from like 24 to 18 to yada yada yada, freaking 6 and 3 and 0, and then flavor. So I'm just like inhaling flavored juice.
Yeah.
And then it was like, what am I doing with my hand? So I played with those little fidget spinners.
Yeah.
That was hard.
Yeah.
Especially like during the shows, because it's like that's what I like to do.
Yeah.
I like to sit, talk, have a vape.
Yeah.
And all our things, we sound like we're like we're scuba diving, doing the ghost boxing, and
Yeah. The last several years, I've made my own liquids. Like I say, I still have everything to do it. The flavorings are bad. These are the flavorings made by Capella. This is buttercream. Aroma flavor. It's bad for you. It's in candy and cake and every other thing that you eat. And
but it's a no-no.
Concentrated flavoring. Do not ingest directly. Yeah, I have, and it tastes like
You're gonna
ass.
take a big swig of it.
Just a drop on your finger, and it's like,
Ew, like when you actually slurp it up through the thing by accident, it hits you in the lip, and you're like, ugh.
geez. I wish I could.
California sucks, though. I thought I was gonna have you start sending me stuff for Rio when they started changing the flavor laws.
Yeah.
What's that noise? Who's throwing up? Who's underneath? What's that noise?
Look. Yeah, I heard that.
Oh my gosh, I thought it was coming from behind. What are you doing? Stop here. Do it on rag. Do it on this. If you're gonna spew into this. See what I mean, man?
Wow.
Finish. I still haven't gotten the links out. I want here ready to like take me out for whatever reason.
Yeah, I used to make my own liquids for the last several years. I knew, what went in the bottle that I was vaping. And like my friend Shane that owns Fusion Vapor, I trust him because his lab was the biggest that he had. It was the biggest clean room, God, almost in the United States.
That's awesome.
Toddler humans, exactly.
No, Craig, maybe we're having an earthquake. Ooh, Nate asked you a
Yeah,
question.
man, big time. I've been wanting to go all this past week, but the wind's been blowing like 25, 30 every day. Ridiculousness. And the water's still a bit nipply if I'm going out in my kayak, so I know I'm going to get wet. So cold water and lots of wind don't add up to a great time if I'm fishing out of the kayak. But yeah, as soon as it slows down a bit, I'm out there after this weekend or so playing a gig over in Palatka, Florida, Saturday. No,
That's going to be awesome.
Friday. I'm playing over there. Yeah, it'll be fun.
You need to live stream something.
Yeah, maybe I'll try. So I'll be playing drums, so it won't be as involved.
Are you going to tell them a little bit about where you're going?
Well, it's supposed to be the most haunted building in Palatka. We'll see. There's lots of stories about the place.
Tell us one.
It's an old building. I don't know any personally. My cousin was just telling me about it the other night when we were having band practice over here. He was like, that's the most haunted building in Palatka. I'm like, really? He's like, oh yeah, there's shitloads of stories there. He's got a bunch. He hadn't told me yet, but his job was he worked for the county, and part of his job was going in and restoring old buildings. So he spent a lot of time in buildings like that and has a lot of stories. And he's died a few times and come back to life. So he's got lots of interesting aspects on life and death and everything else. Yeah, I need to make some videos. I haven't been like I say, man. It seems like the wind's been blowing here for like freaking 3 months. It's ridiculous. Every time I get ready to go fishing, I'll get up in the morning, 6 o'clock, and I go outside, and I'm like, all right, the trees are already blowing. Great. Yeah, I plan on doing some fishing videos, at least from the beach, maybe in the kayak, as soon as that starts happening again.
Some
Sucks.
POV videos would be fun if you like out there on it on like a nice day and then see like reeling in. Get like a Rob's POV for the day
Yeah.
and then like frying it up later. You make the most like incredible meals that you post. Like, man, you hashtag eat like a king and you do, and you do it the right way.
Yeah. Yeah, I had steak tonight, and it's like everybody's like, "Ooh, I wish I could afford steak." Dude, go to the store, find it on sale. I got two chuck eye steaks for $12. You know, just
I
cook two
always
on
look for
sale.
the deals where they're like 5 for 5 this or like blah blah blah, whatever you can fill up.
I had a steak, mashed potatoes, some caramelized onions. Boom. Cost me all of $6 or $7. and that's eating steak. Today I had for lunch I had black beans and rice. And that cost about a whole $2 maybe.
But a lot of it is fish. You like go out and you catch fish, and then you have things in the garden, and you put little stuff together, and it just looks so good. And it's just from you living your life.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I get sucked into shit on Facebook every now and again, but I said back when I quit Facebook, I was like, I'll come back and I'm just going to use it for music, fishing, and food and selling my stuff. So I try not to get wrapped up in all the other bullshit that will suck you down the drain.
shark tooth hunting, she says.
Yeah, I've been trying.
That would be fun. Do you mean like POV of Rob shark tooth hunting? That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I got to,
Rob's POV doing anything would be cool because you do such cool stuff all the time.
yeah, I gotta go get my eyes examined and get some new glasses. That's what sucks about shark tooth hunting now is my eyes are so, are so bad. It's like hard to see. Sounds stupid, but yeah, my eyesight sucks right about now.
Sounds
Like I can't, I'm looking at this can and I can't read the ingredients on it. Everything just kind of blends into each other. Sucks. What if I hold it further away? No, it's not any better. Mountains of snow. Man, it got cold enough. Like I was telling Jamie today, I had to take a hot shower because I was just cold. I like got cold the other day, and like I don't hardly ever get cold, but once I get cold, it takes me a long time to recover from being cold.
down to your
Yeah,
bones.
yeah.
You gotta take like a hot
So
bath and
yeah,
like
I just
heat up the
got in the
bones.
shower and just blasted the hot water for a while.
Yes, our eyes definitely change. I'm gonna get because I used to be able to because I have astigmatism. I used to be able to kind of like push my eye around and like be able to see like by stretching, pushing. So I'll be watching TV and I'll get just in the position where I can read what they're saying. Doesn't work so good anymore, especially when I'm super tired. So I'm like, shit. It has been quite some
Yeah,
years. So I used to go to Walmart. I'm gonna go to them again if they still do it
yep.
and
Where I got my
get
last
my
one.
prescription from them for like some glasses, backup glasses, and maybe some contacts like I used to, but at least glasses and backup. So I can have one in my car, one in the house. I have night blindness, so the lights coming on like totally screw me up. And I can't read the signs till like I grandma crawl underneath it and slow down to like read the sign or guesstimate the length of the word I'm looking for. So yeah, that kind of looks like it says Winchester Way.
Yeah, yeah. I got these glasses. Hey, shit! I can actually read the can now. Ingredients: only carbonated water, naturally essenced. What does that mean? Naturally essenced. But yeah, I got my glasses from the expensive eyeglass shop out by the World Golf Village, and the first pair that I got looked like I was looking at everything in tilt a world, like one lens magnified more than the other, and it made like if I looked
Oh,
at my computer screen, it looked like it was tilted. So I took those back,
really?
and I'm like, guys, this is unusable. I feel like I'm on a friggin' acid trip at a bad carnival ride.
Look at a fun
Yeah.
house. Yeah.
And so, oh yeah, well, no problem, we'll fix them. So they fixed them. They gave me my new pair. Had to wait another couple of weeks. The new pair came in, put them on. I'm like, cool. I'm still in Tilta world. This is no better than the first pair. Third time's a charm. They screwed them up 3 times in a row. I'm like, all right, I'm done. I ain't been back since. I went back to Walmart. I'm like, no, screw it. Really good doctor that worked at Walmart. It sucks because he quit and he opened his own place now, but he doesn't take my eye insurance. So there's that. But yeah, he was good, man.
Sometimes I would just get my prescription from them and then go to like 1-800 lenses, whatever, with the prescription, but get my glasses from them.
Yeah, still got my hair. Not near as much as I used to have, though.
I know, I saw that. And I'm like,
Although it's quit falling out like it was. It's not coming out in handfuls anymore.
that's good.
So I don't know what that means. But
Or what's changed ever since you got on that new medication?
well, that and I'm using biotin shampoo. I don't know if that does
Okay.
anything or not, but and taking vitamins. So I don't know. It seems to have quit. It was like falling out at an alarming rate. Like every time I'd take a shower, and I wash my hair, I'm just like handfuls of hair. I'm like, what the man? I was like this close to just saying, screw it. Where's the clippers? Just mowing it all off, being done with it. It's a lot less work. Get in the shower, wash your hair. You get out of the shower and you just go in your hair, and you don't even have to dry it. You're just done. Kind of do miss that.
Yeah.
But you got long hair. It's like it can be a lot of work. You gotta wash it, condition it, brush it. Yeah.
This is like up high. I can actually sit on it. Like if it's not all the way up, I actually sit
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, I used to be able to sit on mine, but not anymore. And I haven't cut it. It just
But I plan on cutting off this much of like the dry
yeah,
stuff. It'll still be long and it'll grow fast because this is like all dry and then like over the past I haven't like colored it in like 3 or 4 months and you can see so much of my gray hair now.
yeah, yeah. I don't color my hair, but I used to color my beard. Wonder why? Because it's fucking Santa Claus beard. I got gray in my normal in my hair, but not like.
I have a gray eyebrow.
Yeah, me too.
One gray
Yeah,
eyebrow. But I have to leave it because I'm trying to like fix the mistake of the 90s. Like you could tell every like Alameda County girl from like the 90s with the real thin like
yeah,
eyebrows and when we used to like do our makeup and stuff and we plucked the hell out of them so much so that they say, oh, don't pluck hair, it's going to grow back thicker and more. No, not the eyebrows.
yeah,
You can always tell a chick because they don't have eyebrows. So I've been purposely like trying to just like grow out whatever I can like for a year or so and hope that one day I can like I don't know. But then sometimes I'll have like a butane lighter and it's like go
yeah,
it's like oh man, there goes like 8 months of work.
yeah. It's funny when Sam used to live here with me. She'd be like, we'd just be sitting around, and she'd look at me and she'd, oh no, come here, we gotta fix this. She'd bust out the little trimmer thing and like, you're looking like Wilford Brimley up here. Like, cool, you go, girl. She just sent me a video tonight of where she lives. And I mean, they're like from the main road to her house takes like probably 10 or 15 minutes. They were out in the boondocks, the BFEs, and it was nighttime, and there's deer and all kinds of stuff running across the road. There's a point in it in the video where I was expecting like this like goat headed man to run out in the road or an alien or something. It's like this dirt road, narrow little dirt road, long stretch in front of you, bushes on either side, and just moonlight. It'd have been perfect for like a Bigfoot to come on the road or something.
Oh wow.
Dang, you are out there.
Like where you hear where it's like so quiet that it's quiet. Like you can hear the quiet. And then you can hear every little noise and every little chirp and every little branch break. But people can't hear you
Yeah,
scream.
I was like, damn, you thought my backyard was scary. You're out in the middle of it right now. It's funny. She's been videotaping. She got raccoons and possums, and there's deer. I'm like, you're going to have deer. You live in the freaking woods of Georgia. There's going to be deer. There's going to be turkey in your backyard. You're going to wake up one morning, your whole yard's going to be full of turkeys.
And Nora will be out there like Cinderella. La, 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 la.
Yeah, she's teaching her how to
Right.
track animals. She sent me a picture today. Nora was pointing. She found deer tracks, and she was pointing to them.
Right on. She's like chasing down El Scat. She's like, we got a freshie over here. No, that's awesome though. I love that.
But she's like, I remember when we went hiking in this like preserve area up here by me. She was like freaking out because we're seeing like turtles and wild pigs and all kinds of shit. And to me, it's just like everyday normal life here. Telling her what
Yeah.
everything is, and she's like, "You don't understand." She's like, "I've never seen this. I'm from Detroit. I don't see wildlife. I'm lucky if I see a pigeon." Like, yeah, that's kind of weird. Never thought about that. But yeah, she was sending me a video today. She's got all these raccoons. She's like, the coons hang out with the cats, and the cats hang out with the possums. She's like, everybody's like all buddy buddy out here. They all hang out together. She's like, this is the first time I've ever actually seen a coon like in real life.
What do you mean? You didn't have raccoons in Florida?
Yeah, she just never saw one.
Oh,
But yeah, they're all
what?
around over here. When I go pick Darcy up at night at work, I always see the fox that I sent you a video of. And I
Yeah.
see foxes, and there's a whole herd of raccoons. And one of the venues that I used to play, we just actually got it back to start playing there again. There's a ton of raccoons over there because people feed them. So they hang out in the marsh, and they come right up to the edge of the dock where everybody's sitting and beg for food.
Sitting at the dock of the bay.
Yep.
Stop eating my corn, Day Day, please. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I'm going to put you out with Sandy. Go put us out with Sandy. Sperm whales beached up. Yeah. There's lots. Okay. Do you want to start an article? And I'm going to go take him outside because he is physically single-handedly destroying what he can in my room right now
Sounds like he's a little wound up.
to get his attention because he wants his attention right now. All right, watch out. I'm sorry. Watch out. Watch out, Boo. Go, go. Go, go. Go, go. Go, go. All right, come on, Dave.
Yeah, this first one is, I'm always looking for weird places, because I'm a weirdo. This one's kind of cool, kind of interesting, and I've got a little video, and then I've got another little thing. I'll read about it. I can figure out how to get to it. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Here it is.
And then our little boxes. Little boxes in a row.
Bada bing, bada boom. All right, here we go. See if this will work.
Oh,
Place
Debbie.
in North Carolina where nothing grows. Not grass, not flowers, nothing. For hundreds of years, every plant placed inside the circle has died. People tried replanting it, scientists tested the soil, but still nothing. No clear explanation. Animals refused to cross it, and food left there overnight spoils by morning. And even people who have slept inside the circle have woken up somewhere else with no memory of moving. It's called the Devil's Tramping Ground, and it's still there. There's a place in North Carolina where nothing grows.
All right.
Not grass, not flowers, nothing. For hundreds of years, every plant placed inside the circle has died. People tried replanting it, scientists tested the soil, but still nothing. No clear explanation. Animals refuse to cross it, and food left there overnight spoils by morning. And even people who have slept inside the circle have woken up somewhere else with no memory of moving. It's called the Devil's Tramping Ground, and it's still there.
Devil's Tramping Ground. Seems like there's a song about it.
Want to hear
Want to
it?
hear?
Here you go.
It says, where does it say?
I love watching the night creatures too. I like to sit in the woods in the quiet and just camouflage myself and listen.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll take dog biscuits from the dollar store and bake it area. This is when I was in high school, though. Anyway,
I'll read what it says on the. You can actually go to the website of this place. You can actually book it to camp there, and it's only like $15. Very reasonable.
how much?
$15 a night. Did that come out?
Oh yeah.
Anyways, it says about living the legend. The Devil's Tramping Ground is a mysterious clearing in the woods where two paths lead to what is a perfect circle where nothing grows. And if anything is placed in the path or the circle, it'll be moved by the next morning. As the tale is told, the devil himself walks up the path leading to the circle, tramps around in the circle thinking of evil thoughts and plotting against good. Another story associated with the circle is that the Indians, before the white man came, before the white devils came, would meet for feasts there, and after eating would do a war dance, tramping the ground in a circle, which is why nothing grows there. Second legend is that two rival Indian tribes met at the tramping ground, and a fierce battle ensued. The Indian chief Groshem was killed and buried on the spot, and it was speculated that the circle says it clears because the great spirits are still in mourning for their fallen leader. Whatever the legend, the circle remains barren to this day. It's unknown who named the Devil's Tramping Ground. But yeah, there's the website. You can actually go to it, and you can actually book it. Book it now. Open all year long. Check for calendars. Check the calendar for block days. 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. for day visits. Overnight stays require a reservation. Check-ins at 2 p.m. Check out by 12 p.m.
Wait, where's it
It
at?
is in North Carolina. $15 per person.
That'd be interesting to like chill in the center of
Well,
it.
they don't let you camp in the center of it. You can set up on the perimeter of it, but they don't let anybody camp or sleep in the circle itself because,
Can you chill in the center of it with the recorder
Yeah.
at nighttime if you don't
yeah,
sleep?
I'm sure you could. Tent sites only.
Why don't they let you sleep?
It's got a fishing pond nearby. It's on private land.
How come why won't they let you sleep in the middle though?
I guess they don't want to take the responsibility of your ass being sucked into a portal and disappearing. I don't know.
That's pretty like specific and pretty
Yeah.
crazy. Unless that's just like what they use as a selling point to get you there.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe it is some sort of like a vortex. I had a vortex in the backyard at the last house. Not a vortex, like a portal.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like some sort of like a portal or.
Yeah.
Mm.
The web.
But what would it matter if you were sleeping or sitting in it? Shady camping. I know what they mean.
Yeah, there's the website. Devil's Tramping Ground. Look now. You go to book it. Look. This is how those movies always start. They're always
That
there,
is exactly how they
you got the
start.
cute girls, and you got the guy that's kind of the loner, and they got some beers and they got all their tents set up, and the sun's starting to go down, and this guy's like,
About to roast some
yeah,
weenies.
he's like telling some scary story, you know.
Someone has to walk off to use the
Yep,
bathroom.
yep. This is how it all goes down.
Yep. Just drops the freaking flashlight and stumbles and oh shit. And then it's like, where did Julianne
Yeah,
go? I don't know. Let me go and look for her and you wait and keep watch over the
yep.
campfire.
In the classic horror movie, you always somebody goes to make out, and you gotta.
Oh yeah, then while they're there, him and her is like humping in the
Yeah,
tent.
you got to get the classic booby shot or something.
Yeah. Or the bare butt of the guy
Yeah,
running out. Who is that, man?
yeah. We all seen those movies, but yeah, it's
We
like,
grew up on those
yeah,
movies.
looks pretty cool. Check out their
Yeah.
Facebook site.
I would
Yeah,
go just to see what the vibe is like.
Devil's Tramping Ground.
I mean, I wouldn't go out of my way probably to like go there specifically, but if I was passing through, I would check it out,
Thought they might have.
see what it's about.
It is kind of
You
weird. I
would
mean,
see.
there's a picture of it, and it's like it's a circle, and
Did someone like salt the ground there,
I don't know.
or it's not a real horror flick without
Exactly.
titties? It really is not. At least one taking a shower, and like it's always 70s usually. No, because that continued on through like
Yep.
all of them.
Gotta have some titties in there if it's a good horror flick. Titties and a big knife.
It's like one of the boxes that have to be ticked.
Yep. But no titties. This movie's not gonna make it.
Yeah. Okay, what do I got? What do I got? What do I got?
Yeah.
I had a hard time saying
Oh man.
because I have like so much weird stuff in my box I've been saving, and Facebook is back on its censorship campaign.
Weird stuff in your box.
I got weird stuff in my box. So when I scrolled through my box, I noticed a lot of it censored out or blacked out.
Redacted.
And
This is.
it's redacted from my page. So I have to click on my box to see what's in my box. This takes a long time to find articles and things that I've been saving. They've pretty much censored a good third of my stuff. Stupid things too, like silly things. One thing, I think it was Debbie sent me something. I don't know if it's Debbie or Zarian. I'm thinking Debbie. It was like how they used to use a plant to make blue, like paint.
Yeah.
And I think maybe they said war paint or whatever, but it showed like vases, like them using the dye of the paint to make like whatever. And they put like a censorship card over the top. They put a censorship card over the top about an Iran thing. It's like so hit. It's like nothing is subject to not being hit by the Facebook censor squad.
Unless you want to see somebody, you know, like the new I'm having a brain fart. Was it a stroke or is it a brain fart? I don't know.
No, we didn't get it when I don't think from Sunday's show.
The new thing is the
Looking cooking, look at my box in public. I know. I shouldn't do that.
yeah, you can't see, you know, blue dye from a plant, but you can see the new fad of, you know, people beating dogs and torturing dogs and stuff. That's all over Facebook. They don't seem to want
Is it? I don't even want to know because
to. Yeah.
I'll be so angry that I'll not be able to sleep and I'll go like insanely pissed.
Yeah. I think that's why they leave it on there, because they want to piss people off. It's part of the plan.
Do you report? Say I don't want to see this and report it when you
A lot
get
of
it.
times, yeah. I don't know that it ever does any good.
It doesn't, but at least like it doesn't show up in your shit. I fucking hate that stuff.
I get stuff
Like-
reported all the time, so I figure, hey, I'll share it back. I'll report back.
Well, when it's like legitimate, like I seen some stuff. Okay, whatever. That's what they decide to eat. But guess what? Not out here. They don't. And I don't want to look at that kind of a thing ever again and see that kind of a face of fear and have a shish kebab shoved through it. And it's, oh, that's my culture. Well, it's not our culture. And I don't want it in my feed. I don't know how many times I have to say that. Or you don't care probably about the monkey eating. I do.
Yeah.
Why is your tail
I
wet?
ain't eating no damn monkey.
Why is your tail wet,
Dude,
Bootsy?
no damn monkey.
Why is your tail wet? That makes me nervous. You never been on Facebook before, Nate? Good for you.
My facial book. Yeah.
Suck a nut is a dipshit. All right. So I have. Again, I didn't do the excrement falling through the lady's roof. Or. Day.
You got pretty gnarly though.
All these coffins were floating down. Oh my gosh. Out of this funeral home. There was a flood. What town? So coffins were being transported down the waterlogged street. The part was swamped because of the severe. Oh, it's in Brazil. And like all these people like died, so they had like all these extra people and like the funeral home got flooded out, and so these people are out recording like, my god, going down the rivers are all these coffins in a row, like 7 of them, like just going down the river. Crazy. This is pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to give a warning real quick. If like medical photos gross you out, you're not gonna want to see this thumbnail because they're gonna show them removing something out of her stomach.
Not that way either. All right.
No, not that way.
2.
So there's a woman addicted to eating her own hair and has a giant hairball with a tail removed from her stomach. And I'm actually worried about my cat, little Moo, right now because I think because she eats so much of her hair that she might have like a hairball of such, which would probably require, yeah, like a operation to get out. Like I just know she does, man. A woman who was addicted to pulling out and eating her own hair had a giant hairball measuring 15 centimeters removed from her stomach, according to a medical journal. The 38-year-old, who was suffering from nausea, vomiting, and extremely swollen abdomen when she arrived at a hospital in the U.S., had suffered dramatic weight loss, losing 15 pounds over the previous 8 months after she lost her appetite. The unnamed woman was rushed into surgery, where a giant hairball was found lodged in her digestive tract, with a small tail of hair trailing into her intestines, and a second 4-centimeter hairball nested deeper in her bowel.
Mm.
Oh, is that what that other picture is then? Because you know how there's like 2 hairball thingies? Like that one down there is like one the bowel and the one is like the main one.
Mm.
Wow. She was found to be suffering from the rare Rapunzel syndrome, so this has a name to it, which has only ever been documented 88 times in medical literature. That's 88 times a lot. More than I would think. According to the
Too many.
to the PMJ journal, the syndrome had caused tricho. It's a disorder that causes a patient to develop an irresistible urge to pull out their own hair and then sometimes eat it.
Makes you crazy.
Like I joke I'm gonna rip my hair out, but then it's not like I do rip my hair out, and then if I was to rip some hair out, I wouldn't then look at it and be like, well, what do I do? Let me just, I think I'll just eat that.
As a little
Named
turtle.
after the long-haired Rapunzel from the Grimm Brothers fairy tale, it's an extremely uncommon but could cause potentially deadly side effects and complications as hair becomes lodged in the sufferer's stomach. Typical symptoms include nausea, vomiting, altered bowel habits, abdominal distension, and weight loss. Complications can be severe and include bowel obstruction, bowel perforation, intestinal bleeding, anemia, weight loss, and appendicitis. Surgeons removed both hairballs from the woman, and she was released from the hospital after 6 days with recommendations to seek psychological therapy. She was also treated for malnutrition and advised to eat food high in proteins, such as eggs and chicken breast, and a daily iron supplement. There's not protein in hair. Out of curiosity,
I don't know. Can't be good for you.
does human hair have protein? No, it's definitely not good for you. Yes, human hair is primarily composed of protein, specifically a strong fibrous structure of keratin, and it makes up your hair shaft and yada yada. But it's not recommended. That's why we need to reopen the institutions, and that's why I thank God all the time for natural selection.
Or else you end up like this, the scene out of Alien where the shit comes busting out of your chest. And it's
I mean, that's a gnarly. That looks like a baby's head coming out.
it does. Like Shirley's little boy would be saying, "Oh no, that's a Caucasian situation going on right here." People
Yeah.
crazy.
Like, who else would do something like this, man?
Hmm.
To go back, I don't know. I wonder if she did. How would she stop? Because she probably figured, yo, now I got a clean stomach, clean bill of health. I can start all over again.
Start back up again. That's nasty.
That's weird.
That there is nasty. Yeah, I mean, my hair was falling out, and like Darcy's real, she freaks out if I get like a hair in the food or anything. And, I got a lot of hair and it was falling out. So, got some in the food. She's like, no, I'm done.
I always worry about that because
Can't
when I'm
imagine.
brushing it out and it's on my like black sweatshirt, I'm like, oh God, please don't have one of my hairs fall into like food I'm cooking.
Yeah. Yeah. Like anytime I go cook at any place, whether it's a party or the Oaks Lodge or wherever, I'm like, a lot of people think I'm weird, but I'm like, I wear gloves and, give me one of them hair hats,
Yeah, like tie the hair
nets,
back
whatever.
and then shake your clothes off.
I don't want my hair like getting into that, see somebody over there eating spaghetti going, what the?
I really don't freak out too bad over it, especially like if I know whose it is.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it's mine, it's like it's annoying and it's gross. It's like, God damn it! Like I got this stupid hair in my mouth.
Yeah, we went to Panera Bread one time, and she got like tomato soup, and they brought it out, and there's a big black curly hair in it.
Oh no,
We ain't never been.
no! There's no
Nope,
exception for that.
I'm done.
No justification. That's and I will have your job.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't want free soup
Yeah.
or
Oh,
a
I'm
gift
sorry.
certificate.
We'll give you some free soup. Oh, like you're going to do that shit to me again? I don't think so. Take your free soup and pour it over your head.
Yeah, a hat or a rag when you cook. You got to. Like I always have to like make sure everything's like tied up and off just because and it's so funny because when you work in fast food, you wear a hairnet, right? And plastic gloves, all that. But then when you watch like the master chefs and the people who cook in like the really fancy restaurants,
Yeah.
they don't wear a hairnet. They don't wear gloves and they're sitting there like fingering all the food like that you're about to eat. They finger it, they do stuff to it, like the fondant, they're like pressing their fingers to make these little clay like leaves. And it's like, dude, that's all your finger oils pushed into like that. Like that's pretty
And
disgusting.
you're paying extra for that
And
because
you're
it's
paying
fancy.
extra for all these people's like hand DNA and stuff. Like, no,
Yeah.
thank you. That one rag that they wipe around the bowl with, that they wipe their hands with, I don't know.
Mm.
So much worse than a soup. Oh my God. Just a curly hair and tomato soup, that the contrast,
Yeah.
that's
It's
just
just,
angering.
it was a nice
How would that happen?
Yeah.
I don't know if I could ever eat tomato soup again after that. That
I
might
tell you,
actually
we ain't
turn me
never had
off.
it at Panera Bread again since then. That was like
Yeah, I
one
wouldn't
and
either.
done.
No, it won't kill you.
One and done.
It won't kill you.
She don't even like to eat food if I get my hair in it, much less some
Yeah.
black curly hair from a stranger coming out of the kitchen. Who knows what, where, when, how? Nope. Yeah, what do? You send it back and you want something new, and then it comes out with Fremunda cheese on it or something.
It comes out with, what was that? Ew, that South Park, remember? All the people that were the Yelp reviewers. And their stomachs are full of gross things. Because they're like,
Mm.
oh, we'll give you the daily special. And they're like, putting the special sauce on the pizza. Here's for you, you special person, you. Hello, Linda. The snow and drumstick don't melt. Don't buy the snow and drumstick ice cream truck. No, also, why? Because that is like the ice cream sandwiches that could sit on a hot sidewalk for a week, and you can come back and it'll still be foamy and in the middle.
Dang.
But like, what is it though? Yeah, peanut butter's been a hard one to like. It's just I try not to, but I've been grinding my own coffee beans because the ground
Yep.
coffee and what's in there. That and peanut butter being the worst. But what are they actually using in that fake ice cream?
Yeah, I used to love ice cream sandwiches and those,
Yeah, you like push it, you squish it together, and it's like
drumsticks. Yeah,
this
I used to
weird special kind of. You knew the ice cream was different, but I always ate it. Like I didn't know, like
yeah. If bugs don't want to eat it, probably a hint and a half for your ass.
we have to
Should've eaten it.
answer like fucking no, thank you.
It's like anytime I go to give my dog any kind of meat and she doesn't want to eat it, I'm like,
That's what my mom was saying about the
right.
hot dog one because like she got the Casper ones and like her cats that don't like to hardly eat anything were like grubbing on the hot dog. I'm like, well, that at least makes me feel better.
Mm. Food, man, is not these days. It's just not good.
What it used to be.
And I try to eat as clean as I can, but I still go, I still get meat from Costco or the supermarket or whatever, and like chicken. I eat a lot of chicken, and
Yeah,
I make my dog's food now. We were buying farmer's dog, but the shit's just way too expensive.
we get it
And
from the butcher guy at the grocery store though, and like watch him like grind it and cut it and all that.
well, even then, like
Yeah,
you
it's where
don't
they
know,
get it from
like yeah, where are they getting it from, and
because
what?
they're pumping all that shit into it.
Yeah, I mean the chicken that like I make my dog's food. I use chicken, um, carrots, peas, brown rice, and I cook it all in a pot, and I mean I can eat it. I make it. I know exactly what's in it. You know,
Doesn't say not for human consumption on the side like regular dog food.
yeah. So, but the chicken is like I cooked chicken the other day, and like when you cook chicken, it used to smell good, and like I came in the house the other day, I'm like, God dang man, what stinks? And it was the fucking chicken. It smelled like somebody like shit in a frying pan or something.
Yeah, and sometimes
Horrible.
the meat like will be you don't want the meat that looks too good. Like if you're at the grocery store and then it's like $12 or whatever freaking thing of meat, but it's like so red. It's like no, that's not real. It's like when you see those salmon is like so, no, it's
Yeah,
obviously died.
yeah. Anytime I see Atlantic salmon, I mean, looks nice, but it's it says Atlantic salmon, and you think, oh, it's caught in the ocean. No, that shit's all farm raised.
Yeah.
Well, this one kind of follows up. Like what was it last week? Trump said he was gonna, you know, have all the UFO files released. You know,
Yep.
blah blah blah. And he also said, Obama like shouldn't have said what he said about releasing the file, whatever. Anyways, this week, the Black Vault's archive was wiped hours after Trump's UFO file pledge.
Like, was it like, go ahead.
This one says, let's see, where the heck is it? The site, which offers the vault, the site which offers a huge collection of declassified government documents, saw its archive disappear overnight. Founded and maintained by researcher John Greenwald Jr., the Black Vault has, since 1996, offered an enormous archive of declassified files on everything from UFOs to aliens to secretive CIA mind control and remote viewing experiments. On the night of February 20th, however, something went very wrong. Mere hours after President Trump had announced that he would be ordering agency heads to release all files on the UFO phenomenon, the entire archive held at the Black Vault disappeared. According to Grunwald Jr., the issue wasn't hardware failure or file corruption. Someone had seemingly logged into the server and deleted the files deliberately and entirely. Exactly how someone had achieved this remains unclear. An investigation by a hosting provider seemed to show that the directory permissions had mysteriously changed. On the plus side, Grunwald Jr. said he kept the secure backup of everything that was deleted and was able to restore the files to the new server shortly afterward, ensuring very little downtime. However, the fact that this happened in the first place, however, remains a mystery that is yet to be solved. So is that like an inside thing? You know, Trump says, I'm going to release all the files, and then all the files on this site, you know, it's not a Pentagon site, but it's called the Black Vault. All those files are deliberately deleted overnight by someone unknown. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. Stop it. There we go. Yeah, I'm looking for a good organic farm here to get meat from. Because, like I say, you know, I try to eat as clean as I can. I don't eat stuff out of a package or any processed food or anything, which, you know, every week when I have my cardiac rehab stuff, you know, they're always going over food and this and that, and they find it. They act like I'm lying when I tell them I don't eat processed food and stuff. Um, we're like, well, what do you mean? They're like, you don't eat like macaroni and cheese? I'm like, no. Do I like macaroni and cheese? Hell yeah, I love macaroni and cheese. But if you know, if I gotta buy it in a box in the store, no, I don't eat it. You know, if I want mac and cheese, I'll use, you know, an unbleached good pasta and I'll use cheese and maybe a little cream and butter. You know, I don't need to buy it in a box and have powdered cheese on my fake noodles that are made with a shitload of, you know, enriched white flour. But yeah, they find it like bewildering that, you know, well, like for instance, what did you eat today for lunch? And I'll tell them, you know, I had a piece of fish, you know, that I broiled or, you know, pan seared or whatever, and asparagus or Brussels sprouts or whatever, you know, and they're just, well, you don't eat like that every day, do you? Yeah, pretty much do. What about fast food? What do you get when you go through the fast food place? Nothing, because I don't go through the fast food place. If I do, it's because I'm traveling and, you know, it's like a last resort. And if I was to go through the fast food, like I'd go through Culver's and I'd order a hamburger patty with no bread or anything. And they just find it weird. Like they don't believe me. Like, okay, well, whatever.
Good night, Nate. Thank you for stopping by. Unless you already said good night when I was grabbing the cat meds. Then I have to get him back in here because they have to take their meds in half an hour, and he wants to like go outside, but I have to get him in here so I can trick him with his medicine. So I got to get him back in this room.
Yeah, we give our dog a vitamin now, and it's easy. She just loves them. She just eats them right up. Well, that's easy.
That's real nice.
She loves the food I make her.
I go through a lot to get them to get their medicine.
Wow.
All right, so the second one I have, and this goes, there's a lot of talk about the ear ringing and different Havana type equipment being used, and people hearing different things and saying it's tinnitus in your ears, and the frequencies. Some people like myself have been tested or can hear the EMF and are sensitive to it, but they've been putting this out lately, which whenever it comes to pole shifting, when they talk about just different things, like I feel like anybody can say that, say, well, scientist says, and we're to believe it, it makes sense, it could happen. And so I always have a little piece in me that thinks, I really wish I knew somebody that was a legitimate scientist in this, that could like tell the truth about, like, yeah, this is, blah, blah, blah. Or, no, this is just BS. But this is what they're saying that the noises are. I've been noticing it increasing a lot lately, especially the past 5 days since it's been so bad in California. They've had to put notices in 5 different states to close windows because of unsafe conditions in the air, the particles being so small that it bypasses your normal defense and it's going into your blood, and it's metals and this and that, and they go, we don't know what it's from. Now they're blaming it on data centers, but they're like, oh, it's from smoking, it's from the wood burning stoves. No, it's from anyway. So now they're saying the spike in earth vibrations could be scrambling brains with bizarre ringing noise. This also makes me think about the rabbit hole with 5G and the graphene and everything. Bad vibrations. A weather watchdog has reported an uptick in Earth's hum-like heartbeat, raising concerns that it could affect people's brains. Known as the Schumann resonance, this natural electromagnetic frequency creates waves in the gap between Earth's surface and ionosphere, the layer above Earth where sunlight charges particles, allowing radio signals to travel long distances per NASA. And HAARP actually play experiments on the ionosphere with, Aurora and all these other things. Created and maintained by lightning strikes around the world, this little rock music reverberates at 7.83 cycles per second, measured in hertz. However, online space weather tracking app has recorded a spike in this pulse throughout February, which they say has the potential to cause problems. A lot's been coming down in February lately.
Yeah.
The concern that this earthly rhythm is believed to affect brainwave patterns associated with everything from sleep to concentration, meaning that a sudden spike could theoretically throw our natural equilibrium off kilter. A lot of these are like systematic to the other things too, so it's really hard to I can't say it now, differentiate the difference between the two and diagnose like what could be what to like troubleshoot. Indeed, reports have linked a disturbance in the force field to a variety of symptoms, including headaches, dizziness, brain fog, ringing in the ears, and even mood swings and disturbed sleep. Um, and our smart meters are talking to the street lights, are talking to the 5G towers, are talking to this, talking to that. Like all these smart homes, all this stuff is not good for us. Um, During sleep or the preceding relaxation period, the brain creates theta waves which clock in at between 4 and 8 cycles per second, in sync with Schumann symphony. As a result, any change in cadence can disrupt people's um, circadian rhythm, literally jolting them awake. Metro agents, experts blame this terrestrial tempo slip on a moderate solar flare that disrupts Mother Earth's metronome. Scientists track these disturbances using a scale that runs from 0 to 9, with 0 signifying calmer conditions, while 9 is synonymous with geomagnetic maelstrom that can impact satellites, power grids, radio signals. There were reportedly 4 days past month where the scale surpassed 5.0, meaning that this space symphony could be felt by those sensitive to these wave frequencies. However, as of yet, scientists haven't established definitive proof this phenomenon shocks the system in this way. A study out of Japan examined whether, let me open it again. Whether since affects blood pressure, suggesting it could possibly be affected frequency electromagnetic variations. I mean, we do have an electromagnetic field, and I do think it could probably affect blood pressure since it does affect all these other things, seriously.
Yeah.
However, this impact was more correlational, with researchers concluding that other environmental and psychological factors likely played a part and that we're not necessarily facing the geomagnetic music. So, yeah, we have a Schumann resonance. Yeah, we have these things that are happening in solar flares, this and that, but we also know there's a lot of interference, a lot of man-made interference happening, and a lot of experiments being done. So not all these things are just as a result. They're leaving like the man factor out of everything.
Yeah.
Because, they want to use, if you follow certain thought patterns about things that are going on and know that, manipulation and things are being done, and they're using things like frequency and sound, to drive people like in heightened climates to get people more aggravated and angry. There's ways to get people's moods to change without having to do too much, and a lot of that happens with the graphene in your body, and it assisting them in doing these things to us. And I think that's why they really want all of us to have that stuff in us to make us more controllable.
Oh yeah.
I've been feeling the ear ringing, and then I go outside and I see like the frequency waves I take the pictures of. I don't know if you've been getting it, where it's like a deep coming from the outside, like in.
Yeah, I've been hearing all kinds of weird things. From the big booms to this like weird high pitched noise. Like the other night, been sleeping with the windows open in the bedroom, and The other night I was laying there and it's like, what in the hell is running? You know, it's just this, it's like it just sounded like a machine or something running. Annoying. I don't know what it is. Go outside, you don't really hear it. Like standing out there and I'm like, where's it coming from? I don't know where it comes from. It's weird. Not all the
Yeah.
time. Sometimes it's this weird high pitch, like it sounds like a mosquito in your ear, but it's not. It's just this weird high pitched whine. And then there's the booms that shake the house. It's like, what in the hell is that?
That's crazy.
So I don't know. Strange living these days.
Good night, Debbie.
Well, my next article kind of lines up with that one
Yeah.
in a way, and is sort of connected to the first one also. Some more declassified stuff that's coming out. Declassified files detail CIA's little known behavior control program. What was Jamie just talking about? What was the article right before this when I mentioned
Oh, yeah.
and this and that and mind control? And,
Yes, yes.
that's not real. You're one of those conspiracy people, aren't you? Yes, I am.
I notice when things don't make sense person.
That's awesome. Speaking of mind control, the article that I was going to read about this is gone. So let me go pull it up again.
All right. I'm not sure why I'm sorry for whatever happened to her, but I don't know
To who to what?
why you're spamming the page with this person's name. It's a girl that died in Pakistan like in 2014 or something.
Yeah, the weird trumpet noises is weird, man. I've heard that
Yeah,
twice. But yeah, that's been happening all over.
I've heard that once.
Pretty strange. Let me see if I can pull this back up. Let's see here. Oh, it should be gone. Nope, there it is. It says during the 1950s, the CIA had been working on a program designed to find ways to manipulate people's behavior, known as Project Artichoke. That was really the name. I didn't make that up. The endeavor sought to find ways to influence people's minds by hiding behavior modifying chemicals in everything from food and water to cigarettes and even vaccines. It also looked at ways of modifying behavior through hypnosis, sensory deprivation, gas exposure, and various other methods. Some of the ideas aim to achieve immediate effect, while others have taken much longer. The project predates MK Ultra, another secretive and controversial program from the era which experimented with mind-controlled techniques, often involving unwilling or unknowing human participants. Both were a product of the Cold War, when a time when paranoia was rife and clandestine ways to manipulate unsuspecting targets were considered highly sought after. The US government had believed that the Soviets had already achieved such methods, meaning that finding ways to do the same was deemed high priority and highly secretive. While the files detailing Project Artichoke have been in the public domain for years, it wasn't until recently that users began circulating them on social media. Good old social media. Today, the idea of putting secretive mind altering substance in vaccinations or food products seems unconsiderable, right? The only difference now is that we are perhaps more suspicious and open to such possibilities. Back in the 50s and 60s, however, most people would have never expected anything at all like that to happen, unlike they do today. So, yeah, who knows? Who knows who blows what, where there's smoke, there's fire. I don't trust anything anymore.
I didn't trust anything really to begin with. Now it's like hopeless.
Yeah. Yeah, just like I was saying earlier, I mean, I try to eat as clean as I can, but I mean, it has its limits. Like, if I go to the grocery store and buy, you know, meat, or I go to Costco and I buy, a whole big chunk of meat and I bring it home and cut it myself, yeah, I get to cut it up myself. It's a big chunk of meat. It's a good price. But I don't know.
But you don't know what's been put
Yeah,
in
I don't
it.
know what kind of shit they were feeding those cows. They say grass fed. In your mind, you think, oh, it's a pasture raised cow that's just ate grass its whole life. That's bullshit.
Pumped full of like saline and
Yeah.
antibiotics.
And chicken, you go, you buy chicken out of the grocery store, you look at it,
Chicken's
you
been
know,
weird lately.
and I mean, the first thing that I notice when I go to buy chicken, a lot of times I'll go to Aldi's because like a pack of chicken in Publix is like $30. I get the same thing at Aldi's for
For what? Like
for chicken breast. Yeah.
breasts? Yeah.
And when I look at them, I mean, I I I've been around chickens. Not that I live on a farm, but I've seen chickens my whole life. And when I go to the grocery store and buy a package of chicken breasts, those fucking things are huge. They're like this Mondo giant chicken breast. Chicken breasts aren't that big, man.
Yeah, like where they used to take their rib out and then it'd be like fold out and they're like big
Yeah.
old.
I'm like, what the hell are they feeding these chickens? So I'm cooking chickens and I'm wondering why it doesn't smell great. And you put it in the bowl and you put it in the refrigerator. A lot of times I'll cook, half a dozen chicken breasts, cut them up, put them in a bowl, and I'll have stuff to eat or put on salad or
Yeah,
whatever.
but left over, it's like not right. The texture's weird.
And you open after it's set in the refrigerator all night, you open up the jar, the container of chicken breast, and it smells like farts.
Ew.
It's like, why? What is making my chicken smell like
Like
somebody farted in it?
uncooked? Uncooked?
No, cooked. And I'm
Ew.
cooking it in, just a little bit of olive oil and some salt and pepper. Nothing else.
Never should chicken smell like
I
fart.
know. And it's like I'm making this chicken and I'm feeding my dog, and my dog every night is like farting so bad that
I get
it's
that.
like,
Oh
so I'm like,
no. That's how you get parasites and
what
stuff.
is what is in this chicken that stinks? It's chicken. Cooked chicken used to smell good. It doesn't smell good anymore.
I noticed the tuna fish in the cans has changed a lot too. Because, like, I know there's mercury. It's not good for the cats. That's the only way I can get them to eat this medicine when it's time is to mix a little tiny bit of tuna in with the pill. Otherwise, they won't eat it with their cat. They will not eat
Yeah.
it. Um, but I used to still eat like I like the albacore in the
Yeah.
can. I like albacore. And my mom got this one tuna. It's like mercury. It's hell of expensive. Totally mercury free. Doesn't have like a fishy taste to it. It's like really, it's like albacore. She doesn't like it. She doesn't like albacore like I
Yeah.
do. She likes the old fashioned like chicken in the water in the can like that. But I can't eat it anymore because I feel like where they used to dismiss certain products, like you watched how it's made, you know how the machines will like dismiss certain things if it's not up to
Yeah.
code. Well, I feel like for weight and this and that, they're adding garbage they would have taken out before. And I'm seeing like gross things in the tuna and like the rice will have weird pieces of rice in it. Like I don't think the quality control is what it used to be, and they're letting a lot of weird stuff slide.
Yeah.
And then like you have to think about, the water being tainted, the soil, whatever you're planting in it. If you get your seeds like purchased rather than, something that you've grown yourself and gotten the seed out yourself, you're pretty much getting a geoengineered seed now. Bill Gates Farms, they make the potatoes for all McDonald's so that they're perfect, don't have the knots on it. And he's putting mRNA into the lettuce and tomatoes. That's why a lot of farms will be like the blueberries won't be normal blueberries. They do something to that, and then the corn he's growing to make men infertile. So you really don't want to eat Bill Gates corn. Luckily, we have Brentwood corn right now. Every year we get, the best corn. We're like famous for the Brentwood corn. But yeah, lots of weird stuff being put in the food. We got to really.
Yeah, I mean, even growing food yourself, yeah, it's
Mine won't eat sardines though.
it's definitely the safer of the choices, but I don't think anything is 100% safe anymore because the food, the airborne shit that is coming from whoever, wherever, whatever, the stuff that's in the water, like water out of our tap here. I had some, what was it? I bought some cilantro the other day at the grocery store.
Oh
And
shoot!
I bring it home, and it sat in the refrigerator for a day or two, and it started wilting, started getting real wilty. And Darcy took it out, and put it in a cup. And I had put, or no, she put some water in it, like out of.
Are they cutting the roots off of yours like in bunches, or are they leaving the roots on? Because they're cutting ours off all the
Yeah,
herbs.
these were still on.
Okay.
And she put it in water, and then put it in a cup, and then put some water in it from this place that we get water from. And boom, they started springing back, and they weren't all wilty and funky looking. And a couple of days later, the I noticed the water's getting low, so I just got some tap water, poured a little tap water in it, killed those fuckers instantly.
Oh.
Killed them. She pulled them out of there, and it had melted all the roots off of everything. They all just
No
dissolved.
way.
Yeah, and that's tap water that's coming out of my tap. That the city says is safe to drink. Well, it just killed these herbs like overnight. Like not just made them wilt. Like killed them. Like we just had to throw them away. They just turned to crap.
That's horrible.
Yeah. So what's in the water? I mean, it's a hint when, I turn the faucet on, to wash dishes or whatever, and it smells like, bleach and every other
shit. I just smelled food.
Every other medicine. Weird thing.
We're getting a kit to check the water. Don't eat that moose. It's really hard to pick things off the ground when your hair touches the floor. Don't eat that. That's his medicine. We want to get something to check our water because we think there's something going on with our water here.
Yeah.
Here, Dave.
Not good. Whatever's in the water. Like I say, I mean, I try to grow food and like we bought a chicken after I just went on my tyrant about the whatever the hell the kind of chick. What are they feeding the chicken that we're buying that makes it smell?
Yeah.
We bought a chicken. There's a meat place here in town, and we bought a chicken, farm raised chicken that was like nowhere near the size of the chicken that you would buy in the grocery store. It was a normal, like you would expect to see a normal chicken, but it was like $16 for this chicken. It was more expensive, But okay, whatever. I'll pay it because you know it's a farm raised chicken that hasn't been doesn't have hormones and antibiotics and all kinds of other shit in it.
Yeah.
And it was better. It didn't stink. Um,
No food should stink. That scares me. It makes me think of rot and formaldehyde and stuff.
yeah, it's weird. Like I'll cook the chicken and
Like
sometimes
dead carcass.
yeah, cook the chicken and then take it out, let it cool, put it in a bowl, put it in the refrigerator, and the next day or the next morning open it up, to go to feed the dog some or whatever, and it's like, God, why does this bowl of chicken smell like farts? It's
I've never heard of like chicken, especially being new chicken,
yeah,
smell like farts
yeah,
before.
it's weird. I mean, it didn't used to smell like farts. Now it does. What changed? You know, and I'm
Yeah,
eating it.
that means it's letting some kind of weird gas off.
Yeah,
Like you've cooked it, and whatever's like in it, it's letting the gas out. Kind of like arsenic. When people are arsenic,
yep.
ooh, my last article brings to
Yeah, I don't use tap water for hardly anything.
the eyeballs.
Yeah, it just makes me wonder what the hell's in the water. What's in the
Yeah,
chicken.
we definitely.
Some people are like, "Oh, you're just a conspiracy theorist. There's nothing in the chicken." I have a friend that was, I love her to death, but she's just like, "You don't honestly think they're putting stuff in our food?" I'm like, no. Honestly or
They're
dishonestly,
honestly telling us they are
fully 100% know they're putting shit in our food.
because they're honestly telling us they
Yeah,
are.
and Bill Gates with his, you know, don't eat meat because the cows are farting and that's screwing up the atmosphere. It's burning holes in the atmosphere. Okay, I like the one that says, "Okay, Bill, you sleep in your garage with one car running. I'll sleep in my garage with six cows, and we'll see who feels better."
Yeah, exactly.
And those cows could be farting and shitting, and you're still going to wake up and go, "Man, it stinks in here. There's a bunch of cow shit," but you're not going to be dead. Leave your car running all night in the garage, wake up the next morning, your ass going to be dead. You won't wake up in the morning. That's the point of it. But yeah, them cow farts, man, killing the ozone. Don't eat meat. There's a big debate going on right now here in town, and yeah, I try not to get involved on Facebook. It was hard today, but I didn't do it. I did comment on something else though, but it was deservedly. They were asking people's opinions on something. Anyways, there's a big debate going on right now because we have horse and carriages in town here, and we've had them forever, for 100 years here. And it used to be like you get a horse and carriage ride. It was a normal, like whatever you would think a normal price would be. Now it's just stupid expensive. Last time, it was several years ago. Darcy and me were downtown, and I inquired like the price of a horse and carriage, a buggy ride through town. It's like $90. I'm like, what?
That's insane. I was just thinking about that earlier because some people were taking one on some show. Oh, no. I saw Mike had a post where they stopped their tombstone during the day and they had a horse and carriage is
Yeah,
what I'm thinking of right now.
it's a big brouhaha going on right now here in town because they're shutting this one. The city refused to renew a contract with a horse and carry, a buggy business here. Um, their lease is going to end in September, and they said they won't renew it. And of course, everybody had to. And I'm kind of mixed on this. You know, yeah, horse and carriages have been around here forever. Horses have been used to haul carriages and buggies and shit and plows and everything for hundreds of years. You know, I mean, there's a lot of horses that are bred. That's what they do. You know, that's what they're bred for, to be work animals. Is it the greatest thing? Probably not. But, you know, horses were used before they had tractors, you know? Um, Here, it's a weird situation because like there's way too much there's way too many people in the town of St. Augustine in St. Johns County. It's like one of the largest growing counties in the United States, and it's totally out of control. Used to take 5 minutes to get across town. Now it's a minimum of 45 minutes to get across town just because of traffic. And they're constantly building more houses, more houses, more housing developments. 500 new houses going in here, 1,000 new houses going in here, and none of that shit's cheap. Oh, we're building this housing complex for affordable housing. Affordable my ass. I seen the prices on those places for rent. There's nothing affordable about it at all. And so yeah, going across town, it sucks when you get behind a horse and buggy because that shit's going like 2 miles an hour and you can't pass it. You're just dealing with it and it sucks. But I'm used to it. I've lived here 62 years. I've been behind horse and buggies my entire life. You know, before I even knew what a horse and buggy was, I was behind one, I'm sure. You know, my parents' car, whatever. So you got the people that, oh, it's cruel for the animal. You know, then you got the people that are pissed off because they can't get across town because the horse and buggies. Well, that's part of the problem because it does slow traffic down, but that's not the whole problem. You can't get
Yeah.
across town because there's a million fucking cars now, you know? And yeah, so it's a big brouhaha going on about the horses
Crazy.
and the buggies. And you got people that are like, oh, they treat the horses terrible. A couple of them died last year. They didn't evacuate them when we had a hurricane. Nobody cares about the horses. Then you got the people that are like, you should go vegan. It's animal cruelty. Well, you can't have it always. you know,
True.
there's got to be a middle ground there somewhere. Do I like? I mean, everybody's saying, well, not everybody. A shitload of people are saying, eliminate the horses and have electric buggy rides through town. That'll solve the problem. No, it'll solve the problem of not having the horses, but it's not going to solve the problem of making traffic flow any faster. you know,
Exactly.
I mean, there's way too many cars. There's way too many people here, and the infrastructure sucks. That's the problem, and it ain't going to get any better. It is what it is, and it's only going to continue to get worse. I've
Damn
never
right.
thought about moving the entire time I've lived here until this year, and I'm like, damn, maybe moving ain't such a bad idea. And I love this town. I mean, every time I drive downtown, drive over the Bridge of Lions, I look and go, oh, this is why I live here because this shit's beautiful. Got a 400,
Exactly.
almost 500-year-old fort right there on the bayfront. You got this beautiful water, sailboats everywhere. This is like the dream. And then you come across the bridge and then you're stuck in traffic for 45 minutes. And by the time you get out of traffic, you're like, I hate this fucking place. Going over, you love it. Coming off the bridge, you hate it. Anyways, don't let me start ranting.
Hmm?
I said, anyways, I'm done. Don't let me start ranting. I'll just keep going.
when I read this, I think I've told the story before about how there were some serial killers that would, like when I was in Museum of Death and stuff, and some shows I've seen, where serial killers would actually decapitate somebody's head, put it on a bookshelf, prop the body up on the bed, so the head would be staring at the headless body sitting on the edge of the bed, looking at itself, because the brain, would continue to see for like a little bit of time. At the time, I don't know if that was like totally verified or not, but that's what I'm thinking about when I was reading this. Doctors reveal the frightening words patients hear in the moments that their body dies while their brain hangs on. To any of us that's had a near death, anybody that has died and come back, I'm sure half the people in here that are still here, can relate to a lot of living who haunt the dead. New York primary care doctor redefined the phrase life after death after the brain remains active, either one's heart stops, as detailed in a morbid study of resuscitation. This means the alleged deceased hear the doctors announcing their time of death after they cease resuscitation. This macabre revelation was brought to light by Dr. Sam of NYU Medical Center in New York. He had spoken to patients who were revived after being declared clinically dead, stops beating, that they were able to recall events transpiring in the room with astounding accuracy. In the Frankenstein-like study, Parnia shed light on why their post-mortem memory is so lucid, because of normal and near normal brain activity found up to an hour. Okay. Normal and near normal brain activity up to an hour into resuscitation, he told the Post. We were not only able to show the markers of lucid consciousness, we were also able to show that these experiences are unique and universal, he said. They're different from dreams, illusions, and illusions. This didn't seem to jibe with the doctor's methods of declaring a pain or ticker stopped. To shed light on this surprising disconnect mind, Perina and his team examined brain activity and awareness among 53 patients who survived cardiac arrest at 25 hospitals, mostly in the U.S. and a staggering 40% of participants reported having memories or conscious thoughts per the clip. In death, they have a perception that they are separate from their body, Dr. Perina said. I was looking like, did they put them in medically induced comas or something? Like, what did they do? Dr. Perina said, and then they can move around, but they're in that hospital room and they're gathering information. They felt like they were fully conscious. The clinically dead patients also had spikes of gamma, delta, theta, alpha, and beta brainwaves associated with thinking and awareness as determined by electroencephalogram, a device that records brain activity with electrodes. These were present 35 to 60 minutes after the person's heart stopped. From this, Dr. Perina concluded that the brain is surprisingly durable. Although doctors have long thought that the brain suffers permanent damage about 10 minutes after the heart stops supplying it with oxygen, our work found that the brain can show signs of electrical recovery long into ongoing CPR, he said in a statement. In fact, not only does the brain survive, it functions at a high level. I have to open it again. Functions at a high level. Seemingly defunct computer neurological produce a super focused state, possibly explaining why people might hear their surroundings. Medic's death declaration, even though their body is technically dead. This energy burst also allows these resurrectees to think in their mind simultaneously, hence the perception that their life is flashing before their eyes. As the brain shuts down of a lack of blood flow and death, the normal braking systems in the brain are removed, known as disinhibition. Purina explained. This enables people to have access to their entire consciousness, all their thoughts, memories, all their emotional states, ever done, which they relive through the perspective of mortality and ethics. Although with satisfying morbid curiosity, this pioneering research could perhaps change the way doctors restart the heart or deal with brain injuries caused by cardiac arrest. What do you think about that?
I often think, like when I had my heart surgery, I mean, I was on bypass for, I don't know, an hour and a half or so. So, you know, when you're on bypass, I mean, your heart is not beating, you know, because they're operating on it. You know, they're replacing, you know, valves or you know, arteries, vessels, whatever.
Bypassing the heart.
Yeah, and you know, you're kept alive basically, um, you know, with a machine keeping your lungs and your blood flowing in your body. So, you know, like, and I know, like, you know, they can't stop your heart and, you know, take 15 minutes to get you hooked up. I mean, it's got to be like, you know, right away type of thing. But it still freaks me out. I still think about it, you know, like I was on bypass for an hour and a half. So, hour and a half, my heart was not beating, period. You know, I got a machine hooked to me that's, you know, making me breathe and keeping my blood flowing through my body. But my heart's, you know, laying on the table in a bowl, whatever,
Oh
wherever they
my
operate on
goodness.
it. I mean, I watched one surgery and they like basically took the dude's heart
I
out,
can't
you
believe
know.
you watched that ahead of time.
I didn't watch it ahead of time. I couldn't. I
Okay.
was gonna, and it freaked me out. I got like, they started, you know, when they broke out the bone saw and they were cutting the dude, all his ribs and shit. I was like, nope, not ready for this. Yeah, I turned it off. I watched it when my brother had it done. And then I told him, like, dude, have you seen how they do that shit on on YouTube? He's like, nope, I didn't want to watch it. I couldn't watch it. I'm like, yeah, probably a good move.
Jeez. Oh my goodness.
But yeah, it often, you know, it makes me wonder. Like, I think about it. I'm like, well, I guess I physically, mentally, whatever, wasn't dead, but it's just weird to think that my heart wasn't beating for an hour and a half, and the only thing that was keeping me alive was a machine that was plugged into the wall. So it was like, technically, was I dead? I don't know how that works. Makes me is
Well, that
no.
actually, I was thinking about your situation when I was reading this earlier. Um, and I'm trying to think, well, then what is considered, like, by these different standards or different points you're making now, would you still be considered then dead during this time or not? Because if they're saying your brain doesn't just stop when your ticker or your life don't just stop because your heart stops, um, you're still alive, then it's like, okay, well, you don't have a heart in you, so you're having machines working for you, but are you considered living or considered dead? I guess you're living off of a machine.
Yeah, yeah. It freaks me out. I think about it all the time.
But I think you died
Get out of the
and
shower.
came back during that one thing.
I look in the mirror, and I see this big, giant scar down my chest, and I'm like, and then I start thinking about it.
I was looking at that earlier today.
Like,
That is just incredible.
yeah, yeah. The other episode that was where
I
I
think you
almost died.
really did die and come back. I think when they transfuse, when all that happened, your brain and your body, something changed in you, something changed, something happened for like several days after that night, that day, and days after. I would look you in the eyes. I'm like, that don't look like Rob. Like, that looks like Rob died and came back. Like there was something just different about you. And then finally you started looking like you again. And I was so happy.
Yeah, it was weird. Definitely had some weird issues, and then whatever happened to me in the hospital. I don't know if I had a stroke or just some kind of mental lapse or what, but it took me a while. I'm still, I think I'm still recovering from that. That's one of the harder things, because like when I got out of the hospital, it like I would pick my phone up, and go to text you or somebody, and I would like have to really concentrate on what I was doing to figure out how to text. And I'm like, this shit ain't normal, man. Why is it taking, and like the remote for the TV? I'm like, why can't I figure this out? What am I just going stupid? Got an early dementia coming on? What's happening?
And I could
Something.
tell when you were typing, like with your finger, that you're probably going real slow and trying to really make sure you're getting it, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I'm
But
still.
I still could tell a lot of what you were meant
Yeah,
and what you talked about. And then if you did a video, it was like I could see some life in your eyes, but it was like the look of somebody that had been through something totally traumatic and tragic. Like I thought, oh my gosh, where did Rob go?
yeah, it was kind of quite strange.
I don't know how Darcy. Oh my gosh, she had to have been a wreck through all that.
Yeah, I remember some things for sure.
From
Uh,
being in the room hearing it.
yeah, like during the procedure. I mean, when they give you that anesthesia or whatever, I mean, you're like, yeah, I feel fine. I feel. Next thing you know, you're waking up and it's been 6 hours. And it's like, man, I could have cut both legs off and stuffed them up my ass, and I wouldn't have known. But yeah, I mean, there's parts of it that kind of came back. I didn't remember things right away, but there's parts that
As
came
the
back.
fog started to kind of go.
Yeah, because it took a few days to like recover. I mean, I recovered that day. I mean, that night and stuff. I was, talking and moving around and stuff. But it took a few days to like get a somewhat of a clear head again. And then, several days later, whatever happened, like after this whole incident with, the ablation going wrong,
Yeah, the ablation.
recovering from the heart surgery and having my chest cut open, my ribs cut, my heart taken out, operated on, all that, recovering from that was a breeze compared to
Yeah,
recovering from the botched ablation and the
that's what you didn't look right from.
yeah, I mean, I was not doing good the night all that was happening.
And knowing you had like a transfusion, I'm tripping out. I'm like, whose blood is in you? Is that what happens when you have a transfusion? That now your body's like in a weird stage because like you don't want to reject it, but you're like having to like all of a sudden get used to this different blood. Like I'm like
Yeah,
looking in your eyes trying to find you, like, oh Rob.
yeah, that
Okay,
was
I'm
that.
so glad you're here, but oh my god, you could tell you've been through something crazy.
Yeah, that was and still does kind of trip me out. It's not like I just had a little, 3 ounces of blood.
No.
Jeez, I had a shitload and it basically got rid of my blood and replaced it with somebody else's blood. Somebody else's, as in plural, like a bunch of different else's. Now, who knows what kind of blood I got in me. And, like when you go in the hospital and you're getting ready for, pre surgery and all that, they're like, well, you need to sign this. What is this? Well, this just says, in case you need blood during the surgery or after it, that, you'll accept it. And I'm like, well, if I need blood for whatever reason and I don't sign this to accept blood, that means, well, he needed it, but he said he didn't want it. So, well, that's why he died. It's like, so you don't really, you don't really have much of a choice there. The way they put it to you, it's like, well, it's paper that says if you need blood for any reason during or after the surgery, that we can give you a transfusion. No, I don't want it. And it's like, okay, well, you needed it, but you didn't want it, so that's your call. I mean, I'm assuming they wouldn't just let you die, but I don't know how that works. Has
I
anybody ever
knew someone
adopted?
that turned down their blood, like that turned down and said it was like some of my mom, I thought from work or something happened. It was right after you had yours. I'm like, oh shoot, I didn't even know like you could, and I can't remember what they had to do instead of the transfusion, but he was able to get around not having the transfusion.
Huh? Yeah, it was weird. Like when I was getting it, I mean, there's these like, I don't know how many units of blood. I forget how many units I took, but the first one was like every few minutes they're coming in. How do you feel? Well, I feel like I've been through the mill and back, but well, how do you feel now? It's like, well, what do you mean? Well, we just got to make sure that your body's not rejecting the blood. So if you feel weird, you got to let us know. And so then, I'm all freaked out about that. Like, shit, what happens if they're putting this blood in me and my body was like, hell no, get rid of Yeah. Are you nauseous? Do you have a headache? Do you have a fever? Is this going on? Is that going on? Do you feel strange? It's like, well, now that you put all that shit in my head, yeah, I feel pretty weird. So yeah, I don't recommend that amusement ride for anybody. But if you skip it, you might not be here. So I'm glad I'm here.
Very glad. There's a lot of people glad you're here.
Yeah.
And a little dog too.
But there is that little bit of you
$20 for a phone app?
that
Well, I guess. Um,
knew from who.
He's
Oh, Extreme
saying
Senses.
Martin from Canada, and I can't remember who off the top of my head. Oh, the Afterlight box. That was
Yeah,
that's
Extreme
not
Senses.
Martin. The Afterlight box was that dude with brown hair, I thought. And I can't
Brown
remember if
hair.
there's something weird with him or not.
I've
Or
got
yeah,
some.
I think he was cool. It was just he wanted to use
Whoa.
banned apps in the collective, and so I had to like not allow him to post those videos. So it kind of caused a problem.
Yeah, I like the. I've got the Afterlight box and the other one that I still use occasionally. I forget the name of it. Extreme Senses software.
That's who he's talking about. Yeah, Extreme Senses. He says he wants to get Ulrich's as one of Martin's new apps. But what are the new apps?
Angelus Redux.
I think I had the Infinity box. I
Yeah,
had the Afterlight box.
Infinity Box is another one I have.
I don't know if it
I've
went
got some
back to the
good stuff
cloud.
with that one.
Yeah, the Ghost Box apps. I know, but I mean, like, what are the names? Do you know any of the names of them? Or should I just like look up his name and see what's new?
One of them's the Angelus Redux.
Was that a copy of the Angel Box?
I'm not sure.
Probably not.
See what it says. It's the first ever ITC software designed for spirit communication on Windows. So that's not the app. Let me look under products. Quantum Box $24.95. Angelus Redux $24.95. Extovision ITC app $24.95. XTS Spirit Box $19.95. I think I've got several of these. Phasma Box, that's the one that I used to use.
Oh yeah. Gosh, it's been so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still following them. Now available Extovision. That was July of last year. Turn your webcam into a gateway of the unknown.
Yeah. Still waiting for Anthony's phone apps.
Yeah, that'll be good times. Oh, there's a Spirit Radio Redux. Internet scanning. He did like the old timey radio.
Yeah, Phasma Box was the one I used to use a lot.
Yeah.
Phasma Box dominated the field of transcommunication.
Oh, and then the Spectral.
And then what's Tony's app called? The Spectra. What is it?
Wow, that completely just lost.
I forget what his name is. Tony.
He has the Staticom.
Staticom.
Yeah, and I think he's like doing some redoing. In fact, I don't know if you signed up for it, but he was asking for different people, like when because he's trying to practice to get it to work like online properly.
Yeah.
And so he says like when he needs to test, if there's a list of people willing to do it, he can just start hitting down the list to see who's available. And I signed up. I said, yeah, I'd be willing to help if I'm around. And I saw Jason said something too. And then he put a heart by the people that he added to the list. So he added us to the list. So you can put your name down on there too.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Oh, kitty. Ooh, he's got a nice smashed burger. That looks kind of good. Okay, yeah. 2 days ago, or someone else reposted it. I'll send it to you. And you can take a look. See. I mean, that's like what my our old studio room used to look like at the other house. All the monitors, all the stuff. Well, he's got a nice gamer chair and lots of goodies. Andre from North Texas.
Whatever happened,
Yeah, Scary Larry can suck it.
whatever happened to what's his name?
Scary Larry turned out to be a dickhead.
I remember that name.
Yeah, he was cool for a little bit and then he turned into a total prick.
What happened to the one dude with Echo Box?
No!
What?
Scary Larry died. When?
Shit.
I mean, I don't want him to die or anything. It sucks he was a prick before he died. He lost a lot of friends. But prayers to his family and
He was on
surviving.
YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did good work too. Like I liked his stuff. And then it turned into one of those things where you're guilty by association and he decided he didn't like Steve's stuff anymore and
Yeah.
I was adminting for stuff and so he saw me as like being on the enemy side and so anybody associated with him he like cut off. It's like screw you too then. Shit. Like I propped him up and like gave him so much support. But whatever.
Yeah, the other dude. What was his name? The guy that with the Echo Box and all that.
Oh, screw that, dude. Big beard?
Yeah. Whatever happened to that dude?
Who knows?
Danny. There you go.
Yeah.
Old Danny Big Beard. Yeah, ghost boxing has definitely changed over the last 10 years or more.
That's for sure. You never know.
Yeah, exactly. Well, cool. It's after 2 a.m. here. 2:34. Wow.
Yeah, maybe next week if things are cooperating. We can try to pull out the old box again. Maybe
Yeah.
do some cards, do some box. Shoot the shit.
Yeah, ghost boxing was fun back in the day because it was like you could learn a lot.
We all were like learning from each other.
Yeah. Until all the drama started.
Yep.
Okay.
And people thought they were like
I'm gonna back in here.
These stars. I gotta get these cats moved around. I don't have any new tags.
I don't know what the last one I got was. It's been a while. Yeah, I haven't got anything new recently.
I get your food.
I don't
She's
know
like,
what to
please
do.
go get my kibbles.
I don't know what my newest paranormal anything is lately. Hmm. Maybe I'll bust out that ghost arc and fire that thing up, since I seem to be one of the rare individuals who got one that works.
Yeah.
Uh, Definitely won't be using my Pico from,
No, that's definitely not gonna happen.
the one that was bought and paid for several years ago.
Oh, sorry. Come here. I just kicked her. Come here, Moose. I'm sorry. I know she says I want my food. I want my food, please. I have a line of cat behind me. They're all waiting for their kibbles.
Well,
I can
cool,
see
cool.
you're late. You're late, Mama. You're late. You're late.
Andy from, Spirit Wave. Yeah, he did build cool boxes. He's another one that I wonder whatever happened to. I actually was going to get a box from him at one point, and then he just kind of disappeared. Anyways, enough of that. We're out of here. Jamie's got cats to feed, and we're going to go do some stuff and then go to bed. So we will catch y'all next time on Weird Wednesday. Y'all have a good rest of the week. And we'll catch you next time. Good night.
No.